Hi everyone, and welcome to day 5 of the 30-day no sugar challenge. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, can you please do so? I would really appreciate that. And also, there are maybe 100 or more people watching these videos, and I only get like 30 likes maybe at max. So if you could just hit that like button as well, I would really appreciate that. It will help people find the video and the channel, and that will ultimately mean that I can help more people and more people will feel better. So please do me a favor, do that. It will take you less than a second to just click that one. So today I'm going to talk about dairy, and I would say that dairy is quite a controversial topic because it does affect different people differently. So some people will do really well with dairy, and some people will not tolerate dairy at all, and then you have all the people in between. So please be mindful of how it affects you, because the way it affects me is not going to be the same way that it affects you. Having said all of that, one thing that goes for everyone and that you need to keep in mind, and that is really important, is that milk is very high in sugar. It has lactose. So not only could it be that some people are lactose intolerant, but it's also a sugar, and as such it will raise your blood glucose and it will raise your insulin. And we don't want any of those happening. So please cut the milk out if you can, because it will mess with your sugar metabolism. The same goes for many yogurts, probably all yogurts, soft cheeses. You need to check the label to see how much sugar is actually in there, because some of the soft cheeses could actually be fairly okay, and some of them are quite high in sugar. And also be mindful of what it is that you're checking. So if you watched my video yesterday on food labeling, you will see that there's a difference between amount of carbs per serving and per 100 grams. And we want to keep the sugar content as low as possible. So if it's 3 grams per 100 grams and you're going to eat 100 grams of soft cheese, then you know that you're getting 3 grams of carbs. It's not a huge amount, and you can probably eat that. But if it's up around 8, 9 and you're going to eat 100 grams, maybe 200 grams, then we're starting to talk about something that will actually affect you. So in that case, I probably would stay away from it. So having said all of that, some people don't handle dairy well or don't handle certain components of dairy well. I'm one of them, and I have found out that it's whey protein. That's not the most common thing that people don't handle well. Usually it's lactose or it's casein. But either way, the only way that you will find out for real is if you are eliminating dairy from your diet. And I would say preferably 3 weeks or more, but you can probably get away with it, and I get fairly accurate result if you remove all dairy from your diet for 2 weeks. But I would rather see that you do for 3 weeks if you can do that. And then you reintroduce it. You don't change anything else. You just start eating dairy again, and that could be, you can choose one dairy source, whether that be milk or whey protein or soft cheese or whatever. You just pick something and see how that goes. But if you think that you are sensitive to lactose, then I would test milk. If you think you're sensitive to casein, for example, I would probably pick cheese. You're gonna get a better result that way. But you can reintroduce one type of dairy, take it away for a few days, and then reintroduce another type of dairy and see how that goes. Also, for some people, dairy can be very inflammatory, and for others it isn't, which is really a bit of a paradox. And again, if you are here because you want to lose weight, I would definitely recommend that you cut out all dairy. Dairy and nuts are 2 of the things that are usually stopping people on low carb diets from losing weight. And I think there are a couple of things that contribute to that. One is the inflammation. Inflammation can stall or stop weight loss, absolutely, but also the high energy content in them both, and it's so easy to overeat both dairy and nuts. And they're both a bit addictive, to be fair. So the take-home message is cut out milk, yogurt, soft cheeses, anything that has a carbohydrate content of more than maybe, let's say, 5-6 grams of carbs per 100 grams, but take into consideration how much you're going to eat of it as well. Stop all dairy if you want to lose weight or suspect any type of dairy sensitivity. Never ever ever do low carb dairy. They are more insulinogenic than other dairy, and they often have added sugars or some other bullshit that you don't actually want to eat. And then check the labels. Keep checking the labels. If you don't know what's in it, you might eat something that you think is good, which isn't good, and then one day in 2 years' time, you have a look and you realize what a mistake you made. So always check the labels. That's all for today. Tomorrow I will speak about sweeteners, so I will see you then. Bye!